let's go directly to the funnel. So the first thing I do is just like figure out the numbers, figure out the numbers of the funnel. Because if the numbers of the funnel don't make sense, I just don't implement it. I don't build it. I don't spend any time um about just building it. I want to figure out the numbers, and maybe this comes as a 1.2 or 1.1 on the list. Extremely important. Um, the second thing I do on the funnel is the who, right? And by the who, I mean the audience I'm targeting. The audience I'm targeting, right? And I'm just gonna give you a very simple example. Let's say, you're selling an online course, or you have a high ticket service, and the service, the big promise of your service, the big promise is your service will be like increase productivity, right? Increase productivity. And you're trying to sell this increased productivity service to high ticket students, to to, let's say, university students. You're trying to sell it for like, let's say 4K is how much you charge. However, you realize that those people don't have money. So in order for it to be profitable, you need to change the who. You need to change the audience, right? So everything stays the same. You just change the customer avatar. So instead of like selling to university students, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell this to, let's say, CEOs or maybe like IT professionals. You again sell it for 4K, but IT professionals obviously have a lot more money, and you figure out the who. So if the numbers doesn't make sense on a funnel, usually you need to change the who. And I'm gonna show you the funnel that I want to build. I already started building it. Yesterday I went live. And I just built it, but I didn't share my screen. So I'm gonna do it again today. And the funnel is gonna be very simple. I'm gonna use Facebook ads. I'm gonna use Instagram ads. I'm saying Instagram ads because some people are confused. Because obviously Mark Zuckerberg owns both platforms, and when people say Meta or Facebook ads, usually they mean Instagram ads as well. So the first step of the funnel will be using Instagram, Facebook ads. I'll be sending a traffic to a VSL page, or just like a landing page. I'm not sure if it's going to be a VSL. And I won't do anything sophisticated. The landing page will have just a video, a call to action button. The call to action button will be book a call. After that, people will come to the call. They're going to talk with me. And this should be a phone. I did a very bad job drawing the phone. On the phone, I'm going to have conversations, and the people who are a good fit, I'm going to offer them to work with me. And this is it. This is the funnel I'm trying to build. It's going to be extremely simple. And here, this is like a new service I'm exploring right now. Because I did a lot of mistakes, like many mistakes. Pretty much I did everything wrong a lot of times. However, this time I want to change that. What I'm very, very good at, probably one of the best in the world, is just like running ads for YouTubers who have courses. So I've done the marketing for like maybe like 50 online courses. So I work over the years. I work with like 20 YouTubers, and probably we launched with them 50 online courses. And my part of the project was marketing. So I did Facebook ads, YouTube ads, like strategy, marketing strategy, high level, low level marketing strategy, back-to-back marketing. Pretty much I've done it all. So when it comes to like selling an online course, I'm extremely good here. I'm extremely good, and I believe I'm one of the best in the world. So this high ticket product will be about YouTubers who have online courses. The reason why I choose the most simplest funnel, they're like, the first reason is gonna give me like instant feedback, right? Instant feedback, because I'll be, if I've done everything right, I'll be able to talk to like YouTubers. I'll be able to talk to the target market, and I'll understand how to immediately improve the funnel, right? And I want to talk to people one-on-one. So this is the first reason. The second reason I'm not choosing a book funnel, or just like a low ticket funnel, or just some other type of funnel, because my final goal is to talk to people, and what I'm gonna pitch them is like obviously a marketing service. And if I create a book funnel, it's just like a lot of work. So I'm using this funnel as well to validate my idea, to validate the idea. and validate the market. I want to see if there is a market for that. I want to see if YouTubers will be booking calls. I want to see the feedback I'm after. That's why it is like people call it like MVP funnel, minimum viable funnel. So if I open like MVP, so MVP startup definition, I'm gonna give it a definition of that immediately. They use it in the book, I think, the lean startup. So the lean startup says that a minimum viable product is a product with enough features to attract early adopters, customers, and validate product idea early in the product development cycle. In industries such as software, the MVP can help product team receive user feedback as quickly as possible. So I'm a marketer. I don't have a product. I have a funnel. So I'm doing not MVP but MVF. MVF stands for minimal viable funnel, right? Instead of like me going into like something that is extremely complex and difficult to build, I'm gonna start simple. And usually, if simple does not work, overcomplication won't help me save the day. So I'm gonna start simple. What I'm gonna do this with this funnel, probably on ads, I'm gonna spend maybe like 3K to 6K on ads over the period of the next few months. And what I'll do as well, I'll document the whole process on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna show pretty much everything of like how I'm building the pages, how I'm creating the ads, how I'm optimizing the campaigns, what things I'm changing along the way. I'm gonna show what's working, what's not working. So you're gonna get an idea for yourself if you wanna do something else, if you wanna implement a new funnel for your business. So I believe this will be very valuable for people who sell online courses, people who sell high ticket, even like people who do e-com, because I'm gonna show like behind the scenes basically. I won't hide anything. And the reason I do that is because there are so many gurus out there, and the gurus usually they have a slick presentation and they have a slick video, highly edited video. And when they start talking, everything seems like so easy. Like they're like, this is the best thing you could do right now. This is the one magic button you should press. This is one funnel you should build. However, building those funnels is not easy. Running ads is not easy. And I'm gonna show you in this series, building a live funnel on Facebook ads, what does it really take to make money with a funnel, and the little things that you need to know. Because some people might say it's very like complicated. Some people might say it's very easy. So this depends on your journey. For me, I've done this process multiple times, and I would say the first time I did it, it was difficult. However, once I started like working harder and just like did it multiple times, this process became first nature to me. And right now, I say it's like one of the things that I enjoy the most. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna run the numbers. No matter what you do, if you have an online business, if you're a marketer, if you're an agency owner, if you own your company, online courses, etc., your end goal with your business, correct me if I'm wrong, like one of the end goals at least is to make money. Cash rules everything around me. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make money. And if you don't do the numbers properly, it's kind of like you're starting a journey that doesn't end well. Like I think Americans say shooting yourself in the foot. So this is exactly what you do. So what I like to do before running any funnel is doing traffic simulations. And I believe this is the first thing, one of the very, very first things you should do before creating a funnel. For Facebook, Instagram ads, YouTube, Google ads, whatever ads you want to run, you need to run the numbers. And I'm going to show you how I do this. The way I do it, I use a software called Gero. I believe Gero is just like super easy. It's going to give you like a very cool funnel visualization. So you'll be able to see what's happening actually and where your funnel is breaking. I'm not affiliated with Gero. Probably I should be, but this is just the reality. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my product. And here, I'm going to sell agency service. So the agency service will be, so let's start. It's going to be 1,500. It's going to be subscription. It's going to be monthly subscription. let's say here, what I'm going to offer Facebook ads management, YouTube ads management, etc. So it's going to be 1,500, or I can do even 1,000. And let's say the stick rate is like how long people will stick with me. The stick rate will be 6 months. So if people, and I'm going to run this simulation for this product price 1,500. If you're e-commerce, the numbers here will be much lower. If you're selling a one-time product, from Gero, you can pick one-time product. You can do like custom type product, book loading, or whatever you want to do. So the stick rate is 6,000, and I'm gonna click OK. Yep, this is it. And I already created the funnel. So basically, the funnel is like one page. They go to like an application page. On the application page, it's not an application page. It's like a video sales letter page / landing page. I'm not sure what type of page is that. So I'm gonna click on save. So once people go on this landing page, they're gonna watch a video. They're gonna book a call. Once they book a call, they're gonna come on a conversation one-on-one with me. Those people who are qualified, I'm gonna offer my services, and the system will tell me exactly how many clients I'm gonna get from the whole thing. Now I'm gonna do 3 types of simulations. When I do simulation, this is how I usually do it. I do best case scenario, best case scenario. I do like middle case scenario, and I do the worst case scenario. Right? Very, very simple. And here, what I'm gonna show you right now. So let's say the best case scenario, I'm gonna use Facebook ads to send traffic. And let's say I'm gonna pay a cost per click of $2, which will be, in my opinion, the best case scenario. I'm gonna pay a cost per click of $2 to get somebody to click on my ad. So this is like the best case scenario. Once people go on my landing page, once people consume my landing page, let's say that 3% of them will book a code. I believe, so I'm not sure if this is like high or low. Some people aim for 4-6%. So it depends on the niche. Here I'm gonna say, I would say 3% is a good number. Out of the people who book a call, I would say 65% will show. And on the call, I'm gonna close 1 in 4, which is a very, very good case scenario for me. And so pretty much this is it. And I'm gonna run simulate. So here, the idea, I'm gonna do the simulation with 1,000 monthly visitors. So I'm gonna spend 2,000 on Facebook ads. Let's say this is like a monthly experiment. I'm gonna spend $2,000 on Facebook ads. And yeah, so this is the traffic cost. I'm spending 2,000. Out of this, like 2,000, out of like the money I spent on Facebook ads, as you can see on, or Instagram ads, as you can see on the page, 1,000 people will visit my funnel page, my landing page, my VSL page, whatever you want to call it. Out of those people, I'm gonna talk to 30 people. 30 people will actually book calls. But out of those 30 people, only 60%, not only, but 60% will show up. And I'm gonna talk to like 19 people. Out of these 19 people, let's say I'm good on the sales call, I close 1 in 4. That means out of the 19 people, I'm gonna close 4 people at a 25% conversion rate, and I'm gonna make 6,000 per month. So here are the numbers. The average order value will be 1,500. The return on ad spend will be 3. The monthly revenue will be 6,000, and the profit will be close to 4,000. So the cost for me to acquire a client is 500, which is extremely, extremely good. If I manage to sustain these numbers, I'll be like amazing. And if I do the yearly summary, you'll be able to see it. So let's say if every month I'm spending $2,000 on ads, and I'm just like keeping acquiring customers, and I'm maintaining the customers for 6 months, this is what will happen. So I'll spend $26,000. The total revenue will be like $342, and the yearly profit will be $300,015K. So as you can see, amazing. Of course, I haven't added like team costs. I haven't added like all the costs associated. This is just like the traffic and the merchant cost, because I really haven't like dialed in to calculate how much this will cost. However, I believe it might be like, so I might triple the expenses. But even if I triple the expenses, the profit will be still very decent. So this is the best case scenario. If I manage to keep like a link click of $2, submission rate of 2%, 65% show up rate. This will be amazing. Now let's do a kind of like a middle case scenario. Let's say the CPC increases to 4, which is very likely to happen. I believe for this product the CPC will be between $3 to $5. So I'm gonna click on save. Let's say the submission rate will drop to 2%. Let's say the show rate will come to like 60%. 60% of the people who book calls will show up to those calls. And let's say my conversion rate on the sales calls will drop to 20%. So I'll be able to close 1 in 5 people. And I'm gonna click on simulate. I'm gonna run the traffic simulation. So this case scenario, the traffic cost will be $4,000, right? So I'm sending 1,000 monthly visitors, 1,000 monthly visitor at a cost per click for $4. That makes $4K on traffic. The cost to acquire a customer from 1,500 becomes 2,000. The average order value is still the same. The return on ad spend here in this case will be 0.75. The monthly revenue I'm gonna make is 3,000, and I lost 1,000. I lost 1,000 here. However, if I do the yearly summary, you're gonna see the numbers. So let's say if I stay consistent each and every month and I spend 4K on ads, for the whole year I'll spend 50K on ads. The total revenue will be like $171,000, and the profit will be 121, which still makes sense. Of course, I'll have like team expenses, so here it might make sense. So I believe this is like eating up the profit. So if I have this case scenario here, for example, I need to work it here. In order for me to be profitable, I need to increase the submission rate, maybe from 2 to 3 to 4%. This will definitely save the day. So if I just increase the submission rate on my page and run the simulation, the numbers look completely different. So this thing shows me how I can actually improve my funnel, just like micro improvements everywhere. For example, I'm gonna show what's gonna happen if I increase just from 2% to 2.5%. If I increase my conversion rate from like show up rate from 60 to 65, if I reduce the cost per click with just like 30 cents, those micro improvements actually add up. Those little numbers add up. The reason why I like to start with like simpler funnels is because mainly I have like very few things I could mess it up. And the things that I could mess up, the first thing is the Facebook ads, and the second thing is like the conversion rate. Those are the two main ones. So I can easily improve my ads. I can easily improve my conversion rate. And this is like very easy to just like pinpoint, right? Very easy to pinpoint. So the mid case scenario doesn't look that bad. It's easily fixable. And right now I'm gonna run the worst case scenario. I'm gonna say the cost per click on Facebook ads is $6. The submission rate is just 1%. The show up rate drops to 55. I close 15%. And here I'm gonna click simulate. So here I'm wasting my money completely. And the reason is people are just like not showing up on calls. So if I wanna improve it, let's say if I increase the submission rate to 1.5%, yeah, here I'm making some money. And even with this type of approach, I'm still making yearly profit. So basically I'm losing money. Let's call it like breaking even. But here I can still make it work. I can still make it work because there is so much room for improvement. So if I just like increase it to 2% and boost my show up rate, like let's say to 70%, which might be high, I'm not sure. The numbers are back to making some sense. So what I like about this application funnel is because it's extremely simple, and I get immediate feedback. So what I believe will happen, so my gut feeling tells me like the cost per click will be 4, right? The submission rate, I think it might be between 3 and 4. So I'm gonna do 3.5. The show up rate, I'm not really sure, so I'm gonna do 65. Sales conversion rate, I think I'll be able to do, let's say 17% because I'm not that good, but I'm not that bad either. I believe those will be the numbers I'll work with, and let me do the simulation. Yeah, so the numbers make sense. The numbers make sense. And they make very, very good sense. So pretty much this is the thing I'll try doing. And to be honest with you, if I only commit to this funnel and if I only figure out this funnel to work for me, yeah, I could completely change my business. So I'm doing this live. I'm committing this to you live. And I'll try to make the best out of this funnel.